now that I've been put through. I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up, make a statement.
What's up guys, Master Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video. And today we're going to be talking about the sneak peek for the new Vanguard coming to the game. It's been months now. The last time we had a new Vanguard was March 15th. That was the release of Zane. Now they're bringing out a Terran Vanguard. Let's hop over to the Vans here. Of course, you know, we got Claire's Awakening. Need to bring it to Awakening 5. I have the resources to do it, but I just wanted to get one of her Soul Crystal and then use one of the Chaos Crystal, because I'm not throwing two Chaos Crystals at her right now. I need to make sure I have the proper resources for the next Awakening hero. I messed up on the whole Heimdall situation again, because what I ended up doing, because you know I did the summoning and all of that fun stuff for the SP hero, I brought Artemis to Awaken 1. I should have brought Heimdall to Mythic 1, and I'm realizing that now. And the other time I picked a copy of Heimdall instead of picking a copy of Artemis. I always make those mistakes every now and then. It happens. But for right now, these are the Vanguards we have here. What I would love to, I know I've seen Becky, of course. What, Becky of all names. We're not going to talk about Becky with the good hair. But I would love for her to be Atlas. Ooh, man. That would be, ooh, she's going to be slapping. What? Coupled up with Zane? But you have to wait and see the skills. So let's actually hop over to her preview here. We'll come back, take a look at the Vanguard team, and we'll also talk a little bit about hero preparation and another update that's coming to the game. So let's hop over to the Discord. So here it is, a new SSS level Terran Vanguard hero, Becky. What a name, huh? Moon Fang. It's coming soon in Eternal Evolution. Becky performs a 3-stage charge and gains immunity to control effects. Interesting. I like that it's immunity versus invincibility, right? That's kind of my thought process there, because what I'm thinking about is actually Skino, right? First and second stage performs a slashing strike, dealing damage to all enemies in her path equal to a percentage of Becky's attack. Third stage, jump into the air and slashes the ground. Wow, that sounds interesting. Dealing damage to all targets at the landing point equal to a percentage of Becky's attack. Damage from this ability cannot be critical, of course. So this is pretty much the ultimate here. Doesn't really say much else about what she brings to the table. Hope she brings some damage increase for these Vanguards, because they need it. Synergy, whatever the case may be, to help them out, even in survivability. So here it says hero characteristics: teleportation, control, immunity. That teleportation there could be key, because again, with the Vanguard, Cariolus's force field and also Elema's field blocks charge, right? So if she can teleport into that field, she's gonna be wrecking stuff. So very interesting there. They also have hero overview, charge, AoE damage, crowd control. Sounds like she's going to most likely need accuracy. Most of these Vanguards do. But so she's looking pretty good. Let's actually take a look at her here. Yeah, so here she is. Does she have two different swords, or is this the sword unsheathed? Okay, all right, she looks all right. But that's what I was saying, like, let's take a look at her here. She kind of looks like an Atlas. She has a whole tail thing going on down here, which I feel like she could be. Oh my goodness. But that's just a pipe dream. Hopefully they did get that right. But overall, she's looking okay. Not bad. let's actually hop back over to the game. All right, so we're back. Let's hop into formation here and see what we got for these vanguards, right? So of course you're gonna run clear. Most likely want to run Leo and then these three here, of course, right? That's primarily it. You also, if you have the SP hero, this is kind of how I run my Vanguard team right now, pretty much. Obviously, you can remove the SP hero if you only have him at a lower level, but if you don't, who do you get rid of, right? I want to talk about the elephant in the room, but if I'm looking at this and we'll just throw Mods in there just for the sake of the video, right? Let's see. This is a 6-man? No, it's not. Just throw Mods in there for the sake of the video, right? Based off of what I'm seeing here, if she happens, I'm wishing and hoping, right? If she's dual faction, then this will be fairly easy. See ya. It's sad to say, but see ya. Yeah, I know, right? Because again, with what they're bringing to the table, a lot of AOE's, right? Because I can see it being the counter for the Summoner team. The Summoner team is going to get a huge bump, which we're going to talk about in a second. But again, let's put Leo back in there for a second and see where the Vanguards are. You know, we can even remove the SP hero because again, some people got them, some people do, some people don't. But where the Vanguards are now, these are the premier four. Before Claire's Awakening, I wasn't using her at all. I wasn't. I'll show you the team I was running when it comes to Vanguards. We put Ares here because Zane's a little squishy. We're not gonna ignore the fact that Zane's a little squishy. This is primarily the team I was running, and this is what got the job done. Slap them in some bug gear. They beat out the Vanguard content. That's primarily it now. So now this is another team. This will still work, but at the same time, her being added to the game, this team here is going to be interesting. I think they might awaken Fiona. I could see it, right? Because that would help a lot. Imagine Fiona being a 6 hero, and then you'd be able to, let's put mods in there so we can kind of get a sense of what I'm talking about. Support, and put mods in there, right? So imagine Fiona being a 6 hero. We're just going to use this logic real quick and put her in there. So Fiona, and then the other Vanguard would be the new Becky would just fall right into where Mods is, and Fiona being a 6 hero. That would be crazy. This Vanguard team would be nuts. And I already said what I wanted for Fiona: revive, a third invincibility, but pretty much she gets awakened, she becomes a 6 hero, then we put Becky in there, and that's kind of how the team would look. Obviously, if you have a better Heindel, you just remove Leo in that situation. But it's looking like Leo's going to be the one that gets replaced, sadly enough, because Ares still slaps. Zane is just a completely different type of monster. Now, the other question is, can she out DPS Zane, right? That's the other question. That'll be the other part of that. But that is that for the Vanguards. And of course, when new heroes come, you want to make sure you're prepared. I would say have your 60 limited tickets, but again, you have 3 weeks to acquire said hero. So that there should be ready. For me, I have the temper material, so I'll temper out her gears, but I need to attack Battlefield of Azora to make sure I get the right charge gears. But I'm hearing teleportation, which is interesting. So I'll have to wait to see the skills to see how much she's really teleporting versus using charge, right? But charge is so good though, because every time she cracks her ultimate, she gain that additional damage increase versus teleporting and gaining lifesteal, but she can't crit, so it already removes Marauder. So Marauder, I was thinking that for a second. No, there's no need for all that because she cannot crit on her ultimate. But make sure you're prepared for the new hero. You got a lot of time to acquire a copy, and then either you're free to play, you slow, take your time to build her out, and it also gives you time to get more information on how she works, what works best for her. But for me, you already know how it works. Day one, take her to Immortal EX30, take her into testing, take her into battle PvE, then afterwards we take her into PvP and see what we can do, because there's a lot of energy teams out there that needs working. But let's hop back over to the Discord here and talk about the other piece of all of this. So this here is an announcement that they dropped that's going to be in the next patch note. So it's an issue with Deiji's attribute doubling effect can be stacked after activating the active effect of our ultimate skill, and the issue with Deiji's summons are not affected by gems. wait, resulting in too low damage will be fixed after this week's update. What? Too low damage? Really? Her damage is too low? Wow. You mean the damage from the foxes is too low, or what? Like, so let's go back here for a second. Let's dissect all of this. So you're telling me that Sif is not doing as much damage as she should be doing? That means that with this being fixed, then gems are going to work with Dan, and gems are also going to work with Sif. That means that Sif's damage is going to be insane. What? She's already DPS and Ampu in multiple situations, right? So now when the gems actually start working for her, she's only going to do more damage. Deiji's damage is going to go up, of course, but at the same time, man, I'm very interested to see what Sif is going to bring to the table. I know Deiji's going to be Deiji. She's going to do big damage regardless of the fact, right? But Sif is probably the more important piece here, because again, that's the one that free to play can acquire and level her up, whatever the case may be. And also the following update is when she's going to be added to the shop. So again, you might want to start saving up your coins right now for Sif being added to the shop. So this is very interesting here. Huge for Sif. I know this is great for Deiji, but at the same time, this is a huge win for Sif. And Daniel may get somewhat of a resurgence because his damage has fallen off, but hopefully this can kind of help him to make it back to the summoner team at points. I still use them here and there, but I think that this is definitely going to help out those large summon users on this summoner team. Interesting there. But again, if you made it this far, comment down below Vanguard. And that is for our other YouTuber, Mayhem. You need to check out his YouTube. Very informative guy. I like him. He's a part of the Discord. And if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you go and join the Discord. You have questions, you need some guides, make sure you join the Discord. If you're new to my content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. Getting very close. Want tips, guides, updates, and tier lists. This is the channel you want to subscribe to. And for those that are rocking with me, let me know how you feel about Becky being added to the game. And of course, are the Vanguards going to be back with this new addition to the Vanguard team? Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.